put it in another fucking account.
Then post it while you're in fucking Bermuda.
Open a bunch of get a prepaid, get a fucking
Bitcoin.
How about this?
Get some Bitcoin.
Get a bunch of Bitcoin. Invest in a bunch of like new age stocks in like find an eye care company and invest in it. By the way, that's good investment. But actually, I got like 10 shares in one company. I'm doing pretty decent. But anyway, you know, maybe get that money, take half of it, and put it in a fucking CD somewhere, and maybe a third of that you put in, I don't know, a fucking go to a credit union and say, hey, I want to get a fucking a credit card with this amount of money, and then circulate it where all your bills just pay each other through that and help fix your credit, and then, you know, put that other money off somewhere. But, you know, there's a bunch of things you could have done with that money. But if you snitch on yourself before you actually hit the lick, then you just licked yourself in a room full of people, and you're stupid. So now you're not going to get that money.
And last one, Orlando Brown, offensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, son of another offensive lineman.
Zeus. Orlando Brown.
Requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. He said he wants to play left tackle. The Ravens already have Ronnie Stanley as their stable at left tackle.
Who tore his ACL.
So you got to take your tangent on Orlando. I run a 6-second 40 Brown.
And only had like 14 bench press reps. I can be an elite right tackle, but I'd rather be a shitty left tackle. I think he's fucking up a really good thing for himself, but I also think he wants to get paid. It's like, bro, you're not a left tackle. Like, you proved it coming out of college. Like, yeah, you were blocking for Baker Mayfield, but Big 12 defenses aren't necessarily, you know, slobber knockers. So you're not better than Ronnie Stanley, so you got to play right tackle. It's that simple.
What jig is up first? The jig in Baltimore,
he'll get exposed,
or in Seattle? Because I feel like they're kind of on the same.
Baltimore
same
will
right
find
now.
a way to flip Orlando Brown and get an even better right tackle. And get they'll get draft equity. They'll trade him to Seattle.
Baltimore develops players.
They'll trade him to Seattle and get a great pick. Imagine. They'll trade him.
That makes sense.
Hollywood Brown,
But he's not athletic enough
Metcalf.
to play. He's not athletic enough to play offensive line in Seattle. They
run
athletic
power.
tackles.
They run power though.
They run a lot of zone too, and they run a lot of RPOs with Russell Wilson.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the dude we interviewed at the Senior Bowl, the LSU guard. He's not really he's not supremely athletic.
But he's athletic enough. He can move. He can play in He can play in all three interior positions.
He can.
So,
but
I don't know. I don't know how Orlando Brown.
I don't know why he wants to be a left tackle, and it's like, bro, it's pretty much the same. Like, if you're a really great right tackle, you'll get paid. If you're a really good left tackle, you'll get paid. You're not Trent Brown.
All right, touchdown or turnover. Lost up. First up, Tom Brady lost the Lombardi Trophy to tight end Cameron Brate.
Oh, he tossed it. I'm going to say that catch was a touchdown. I actually, in that moment, I grew to like Tom Brady. He had enough balls, and he was off enough avocado tequila. He fucking chucked it football. Uncle Rio, he like Rick Barry free throwed a Lombardi Trophy 12 feet across the fucking water to another boat where Cameron Brate, the backup tight end, who got paid more than Gronk and O.J. Howard, who's technically the third tight end, catches it and the whole boat goes wild. And Mike Evans was on that boat. Like, the fact that they caught that shit was amazing. And his daughter was screaming, "No, Daddy, don't do it." Like, you know what? Tom Brady probably is one of the guys, even though he's a Trump supporter. Like, he's like, yeah, you find out I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm a good guy. You fuck with me, and I got you a Super Bowl, so can't really hate that.
Isn't that kind of like Bay Area white people?
Most of them, yeah.
Like, you know how they stand, but then it's like, you don't hate having a beer with them.
Yeah, it's a couple of my coworkers.
He probably lives in the same neighborhood as Trump now.
They definitely golf together in Manhattan Beach, I bet.
That's more Miami.
But, yeah, I'm going to say it's a turnover just because that tells you how valuable those trophies are.
I mean, but it was their first Super Bowl. It was his 7th.
What
He's
lineman?
Like, he felt safe enough to do that now. And
What?
Gronk isn't even allowed to touch Super Bowl trophies anymore.
What would? Yeah, he's probably done too much cocaine off of him.
No, he's dropped them too many times. He broke the fucking
Done enough.
Lombardi a couple years ago.
I almost made a Michael Irvin joke. I'll move on.
I mean, if he keeps talking shit about Steve Smith, I'm gonna start making Michael Irvin jokes. Steve Smith is a Hall of Famer.
I just want to know
too, and Reggie Wayne.
I just want to know if the trophy fell in the water, what lineman would have been the first to fall on it? Would it have been the O lineman?
No, Braid
lineman?
has to jump in there and get it. He's a tight end. He's
Oh,
not
Brady
enough
was
to
too
catch it.
shit-faced. He's still hungover to this day from that day.
Bro, they carried Tom Brady out of that parade the way they carried me and Pete out of several college bars.
Yeah, I probably should have been carried like that after the Super Bowl 5 years ago. I'll just leave it at that.
And the bungalow, but we'll leave that alone.
You're talking about my 25th?
Oh God, woo!
That was a lot, bro.
That was a lot. That was
a lot.
That was a lot.
Fuck, bro.
Shout out to Barty's Beanery, bro.
That was a lot. That was a lot for 3 years, bro. Like, that was a lot for a solid 3 years.
You're telling me, bro? Fuck. Oh my goodness. The memes of that, like your friends and other group chats put your face
and
on.
25 was a lot.
That how 23 to 26 for me was like, God damn it, Kenneth, what are you doing with your life? Like usually 20.
My last 3 birthdays really haven't been shit. I think that's because like the 4 before that were a lot.
You're preparing for 30. Like you can't do too much right now. Like, but 22 to 25, bro, dangerous. I almost died a couple times. I know you. I almost saw you die a couple times. So it's like, man.
Next up,
he put bro, his homeboy is such a good friend. He deserves a Super Bowl ring. Whoever that was, he clamped Tom Brady's hands together and walked him out. And he was just smiling. And you just see people trying to ask Tom Brady questions. He just walks faster and guides his ass out of there. Like that's a guardian angel right there. That's a great friend. That's a great person.
Yeah, I was gonna make a CTE joke, but I'll just leave it.
I mean, it's fair at this point. By the way, through the trophy.
Bucs receiver Scotty Miller dropped Chris Godwin's phone in the water during the boat parade. Touchdown or turnover? Me dropping Kenny's phone on the boat parade.
I feel like you would do that because you feel like there's damning evidence on my phone. So I feel like you would do that just to save.
But wouldn't it be a touchdown if I buy you a new phone?
Probably. But I get to pick the phone.
But then you have to go the rest of the boat parade without being able to capture any memories. Or documenting any evidence. At that point,
if I'm on a Super Bowl boat, I'm doing wild shit. So it's probably best if...
I don't have my phone, so you're going to touchdown?
I have to throw your phone in, too, because you'd be fucking stupid enough to, like, record me.
Okay, somebody's got to call Uber, bro. One of us has to have a phone.
But you never have a phone battery, so I would just have to have a charger on me.
You're not wrong about that.
Your phone battery...
You do have a charger on you, though.
I keep a charger on me, and my phone don't die. So
it used to when you had a Droid.
Android.
Your phone was dead, bro. You at one point you had 3 cell phones because none of them had batteries.
That shit was wild. I had 6 phone batteries at one point. I was really out there like a fake drug dealer. It was a problem. Shout out to Apple. I'm glad I got an iPhone. That was the heel turn that I needed.
All right, Urban Meyer defends hiring a former Iowa Hawkeye strength coach Chris Doyle. Touchdown or turnover?
Chris Doyle, alleged racist piece of shit, called out by a bunch of his players, former players. So I can almost not say alleged because there's like documented evidence of him being a racist piece of shit. Gets on Urban Meyer's coaching staff. You might think, well, what's the issue? Well, it's a clear turnover because Urban Meyer's had sketchy coaches on his coaching staff before. Tom Herman, the dude who called out Tom Herman for beating his wife and getting hookers on recruiting trips. I forget that dude's name, but man, is he hilarious. I was following him up until recently. I think I still might be following him, but I can't remember his name. But he also had a known wife beater.
Kenny was reading that dude's tweets every week.
It was fucking fire. Bro, it was hilarious. It was Chris. Was it Chris Smith?
You. It was the bane of my existence.
It was so funny because like it triggered you a couple times, like that meme that I had of Steve Harvey this past week, where your friends are joking about a trauma and you go, oh shit, that one still hurts? Yeah. Urban Meyer had a known wife beater on his coaching staff and knew about it. And, like, it was a controversy. One of the reasons why he went to retirement at Ohio State. So the fact that he has this dude who's seen to be a known racist by all his former black players, and if like 150 people come out and say the same thing about you, it's probably some truth to it. And the fact that you would have that in your first NFL coaching job, and he's your strength and conditioning coach, some of your players might want to punch him in his face. And if you have any Iowa players on that team, they might feel a way about him too. There's plenty of better, like, we just stop pretending all these old white dudes who are either racist pieces of shit or sexist pieces of shit or just pieces of shit. We need to stop giving them jobs. Like, there's plenty of females. The coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers proved it. And a bunch of college programs all over the country. You could hire a non-white man for this position. Bring some diversity into the fold. But I don't know. That's just me. I would just stay away from hiring regurgitated old middle-aged white dudes for every fucking position. And especially since you should have guys who have high moral character in your program, Chris Doyle probably shouldn't be being touched. But hey, I don't think he's going to be a success as a head coach anyway. So good luck, Urban Meyer. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's already too much working against Urban Meyer, and I think you want to have, I get it, you want to have people who are experienced in their roles, but you also don't want to raise any red flags out the gate. Like, you need to try to get free agents to Jacksonville. You need to try to keep the young talent that you have. Like, you need to make fans believe, and this isn't that move. Like, dog, Tampa Bay just won the Super Bowl. Come on. Do it for Duval.
You could have picked a black dude. You could have picked a woman. You could have picked literally anybody but an old middle-aged white dude with a bunch of racist ass connections to him from Iowa. Bumfuck Iowa.
Last one. Matthew Stafford played last year with a torn UCL in his thumb and a torn UCL in his elbow. He said he didn't say anything because the people of Detroit were dealing with much tougher challenges. Aww. Touchdown or turnover, Matthew Stafford playing with a bunch of fucked up ligaments.
I mean, the same way Calvin Johnson almost got destroyed and run into retirement. It's the same way Matthew Stafford got battered and beaten, bruised. And he played with a fucking broken bone in his back and torn muscles in his back. Like, I got ultimate respect for Matthew Stafford because being the quarterback for the Detroit Lions for as long as he has and the numbers he's put up and how he's made teams that were utter shit on paper somehow competitive.
Would you rather be a Detroit franchise player or an Atlanta rapper signed to your first record deal?
Atlanta rapper, because I'm gonna get all my money as long as I'm not signed.
Nah, you're not getting any of your money. You're not getting any of your money.
Damn, Black. That's true. He didn't get paid. Black got fucked over by Florida.
Every Atlanta rapper gets fucked on their first deal.
Let me rethink this. Not all of them. Some of them are independent from the get go.
Okay, who? Lil Yachty and Migos?
Lil Yachty don't count. He can't. He's not a rapper. He raps, but he's not a rapper.
But even those dudes who started off independent, it takes them a while to build up enough clout to get money.
But like, if you look at all those cats in Atlanta,
and 21 had to sign a deal to get the money.
No, he didn't have to. He just thought he had to. Not everybody starts out. I'm like, I have better chance of being successful as an Atlanta rapper. Every time
I hear Savage Mode, I always think about the homie Ashu, because I remember that was like the first time I ever heard that song. Was he posted a Snapchat of him like lip singing the words, and I was just like, "Oh, what song is this?" And then that's kind of how I discovered 21 Savage. So
you can get a bag.
Shout out to the Meridian Point plug.
Meridian Point,
wherever he is, man.
Shout out to Meridian Point. They always had that broken back gate so anybody could get in there. That was wild. Wild times.
All right, I'm over Meridian Point now. Just bringing up other bad rumors.
Straight off the roof.